Hi Grace, I'm going to do your reading. This isn't the usual style of reading I do in the group, so I'm just going to go with the flow and see what comes up. I haven't even laid out the cards. I know you had some questions you wanted answering, so for the first part I'm going to just spread these cards out at random and go through your questions that you said. Okay, you said you're in need of some answers, and I asked you what answers do you need what sort of answers do you need answering, and you said it's to do with family and where to live. Right, make sure I'm still recording. Okay. Right. So you said to do with family. Question I'm going to ask, let's give you some advice. Oh, no, let me have a look at the situation first. That your current situation is. Someone said, well, hold on a minute, I've had enough. This can't go on anymore. Time out, time out. I need to get this off my chest, and I feel that's happened for you to be in this situation. So, what do you mean? What's your advice? What should you be doing? You've got to defend yourself. These people are going to just keep on pushing and pushing at you, and you're going to go back in the corner further and further until you start saying, no, I'm going to draw the line, and this is where I want to draw the line, and I'm going to say no, and I mean no. And you need to stay strong-minded. Don't be aggressive, just be assertive and say, no, this is the line. I don't want you to cross the line. I'm saying no, enough's enough. And I feel that's from you. That's how you need to come across. In case you do readings, that's the two cards that just popped up. The cameras are going a bit pear-shaped. It's not quite picking them up. That's nah. Let's try one more time. Don't know if you can pick them up. There we go. Right. So that's that bit. What else did you ask? To do with family, and you're a carer for a family member, but also work. Okay, what should you be doing? You've got to ask someone higher up. I feel you. There's someone who you're keeping a distance from because of the high level. They feel quite managerial person, and I feel you know they could help you out, but for some reason you're a bit frightened about their bite and getting the bark and bite phrase, bark being worse than their bite. I feel you might be a bit intimidated by this person, even though you feel this person would be the right person to approach, and you're worried in case they're going to bite. No, it's the case of the bark being worse than their bite. I feel this person's going to get a few things off their chest, voice their opinion, but let them flex their muscles. I feel this person's going to give you the best advice. This person feels like a managerial person. It feels quite strong and solid. So that's that. Okay, and yeah, they're going to give you the advice on about where to live in the caring situation. Right, I hope that's answered your questions. I'm going to go a little bit further into this reading for you. Sorry for the sound of the cards. I've got the mic on the table and it's probably picking up all this interference as well. So I'll shuffle the cards still, and we're going to have a look how things are going to pan out for you. That feels good. Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go for that one. So this I'm going to do like a diary, as if I'm going to be looking into your diary. Some of it, I'm not sure whereabouts it's going to start from. It might be from today, or it might be starting from a few days, a few weeks back, or even further. But we're going to pan out, and this is how I see things panning out for you. Right, first card. Giggly. For some reason they're saying everything, you would have this pressure, you're coming across that everything was all okay, and for some reason I feel someone's picked up on the energy that you was giving off, as if you was being carefree and not caring too much, just going with the flow. It's okay if I could do this. And I feel someone complaining about mess, about you making a mess. Now, I know you said you work and you're caring for someone, but I feel someone's got the ump about you making a mess and you being carefree. That's how they're seeing it. From what you've said, you're caring for someone, you're working. It's not easy to keep everything all tidy, and I feel that's what's happened now. So next card, yeah, okay, and then that's come to the end, and this is where we are now. So I feel we're moving in. That was the past, we're now into the current situation where things have stopped, and you're moving on because you've got a sense of pride with you, and you are going to continue. There are doubts, but there's a strong sense of pride, and you're thinking, no, I'm going to carry on forward. I've done nothing wrong. I'm going to continue with pride, hold my head up high. And I feel you're quite happy to set down your stakes and start building up, and you don't even seem to be that bothered about how glamorous things are. You just think, no, I can do this. I can do this by myself. And I feel at the start, I feel like the seed starting to grow. It's working in a positive way for you. And I see you building your empire. You're on your own little thing. So whatever you was concerned about, it's going to be successful. You can start to build on, and it's going to be all yours. I don't feel anyone else saying, I'll have that, I'll have this, I'll have that. I'm not picking up that, and so I feel what you build up. It feels big and strong, and all your hard work, all your achievements, all your merits, everything down to you building up, and it is going to work. What you're trying to build up. Just be careful, because I feel there's going to be a stage where you might be taking on too much, where it can be a little bit too, or maybe taken on too much. That's the advice I'm going to get for you there. So, just be careful. If you do ask for help, make sure someone's not going to help you out to get something out of it for their gain rather than wanting to care for you. I feel this is a little insight you need to be aware of. So I see you building up well for yourself. Things probably going to get a bit too much for you to handle. Sometimes you might be biting off more than you can chew. When you go for help, be careful who you ask for help, because I think there's a possibility they may be helping themselves rather than helping you. So moving on from now, I feel you wakening up. I feel the smoke clearing, and you getting back in that position where I said at the beginning when I was pulling out the single cards, and you're saying, no, I'm standing here, I'm standing strong. I feel that's going to come out of you again, saying, no, I'm standing strong, and you're going to lay down some rules with this person. And it's going to come down to I feel an argument coming up about possessions, as if, okay, then, well, an argument about possessions. I'm not going to go too much deep into it. I feel an argument's going to come up about possessions. And I feel you coming off okay out of this. I don't feel you losing out on this argument over possessions. It's the old saying, be careful what you wish for. I feel you're getting what you want, being successful, getting what you want. But I do feel you thinking, okay, now I've got it. What am I going to do? I've got it, and I'm like, now what? And I feel you having that sort of feeling. It's not a bad thing, but I just feel it's come up in the reading for you. So having said that, you will be in a comfortable position. I see you happy. I see you fruitful and comfortable following this. Even though you're thinking you're a bit alone, you will be in a very comfortable, warm, loving environment. It feels, and I don't mean lots of people around you in warm, loving environment. I feel it's going to be yours. This is mine, that cosy feeling, that lovely, cushy, gooey, lovely feeling, and I feel that's going to be you. Having said that, I'm seeing someone else come into your life. Once you've got yourself set up, I see someone else making an approach to you. This person feels a bit nervous, as in not cocky, as in, what I mean by nervous approaching you, I feel this person's going to be the opposite of cocky. Now you can get the Jack the Lad person approaching, yeah, alright darling, going in, taking control. This is going to be different. This person's going to be, are you okay? And I don't feel, this person's going to be not very confident, the opposite of cocky. And I feel you asking, you getting quite well with this person, because I feel you asking for someone else's opinion, someone else's approval about this person. And the last card, I don't think it's going to be a happy one with this person. I feel you thinking, oh bugger, no, and I feel things going a bit crazy from that. What I say by that, I feel what you thought you was building up isn't going to be the bigger, exciting pictures you expected, and I feel that's the end of that stage of your life. This is like the chapter in your life. So just a quick recap on that ending, because I feel like I don't want you to think, oh shit, it's going to be I'm going to get all excited and then let down. In a nutshell, you are going to think, yeah, this is quite good, as you ask someone for their opinion, but for some reason I feel like it's not going to be what you thought, and it's going to be, it's a bit of a disaster. But saying that, I'm not picking up sadness from you, I'm not picking up no hurt. I'm thinking you think, oh bugger, and I'm not getting a state of anything bad, but you think, oh, okay, went pear-shaped. But I want to make it clear to you that it's not. I'm not seeing major states of depression and sadness from this. I feel like, oh well, okay, that's the case. So just a quick recap. I feel this whole issue started off by someone seeing you as you being carefree and making a mess and doing what you want. But from what you've said, you're working, you're caring for, you've got a job as well as caring for people, and it's going to be hard to try and keep the place tidy. And that's why things have ended. You're moving on with pride. You're quite happy to put your stakes down and start building up again. I feel you're building up in a good way, doing lots, but things might get a little. Well, I think they will get a little bit too out of hand for you, a bit too much to handle. Then I feel someone you getting help off someone. Just be aware that they're going to help you rather than help themselves. The person I referred to at the beginning of the reading, as in you standing your ground, thinking, no, this is me being strong. I feel that's going to reoccur in you, saying, being clear. I feel some disagreement over possessions. I feel you winning that disagreement. I don't want to use a winning, but I feel you coming off okay out of that. You will think, oh, okay, I've got what I wanted, and feeling a little bit lonely, but I see you in a good place, and I feel this is going to attract someone into your life. You're going to be quite excited by this, in fact looking enough for someone else's approval, but I don't think they're going to be as nice as you think. They're going to be more interested in, oh, look what she got. So just be careful, because I think you've got a tendency of people trying to use you as a nice person to get what they want. Looking at your picture, you seem, I'm getting a genuine person. I do see that from you, but some people can see you as an easy target because of your heart on the sleeve, that sort of thing. I hope this has given you some insight. As most of this, it's going to be hard for you to give feedback on a lot of this, because this is what I feel how things are going to pan out for you. But please try and give me some feedback to let me know if I did manage to connect with you. As with all the readings on this group, please remember to give me feedback, as it helps me progress as a reader and know how much I managed to connect with you or not. So, many blessings to you and many thanks. Try and press the stop button here. Here we go.